We are going to go out right on the creek back here, and there's tons of hogs been hitting these Jeff's feeders.
That's right.
And we're going to do a bow hunt, folks, and I want you to hang with us because I think the odds are very, very good, don't you? Well, folks, a quick lunch does not get a whole lot more easy or quick than this.
Welcome to A Sportsman's Life. We're so glad you tuned in to join us for another exciting real-world outdoor adventure right here on A Sportsman's Life.
Well, hello, folks. It's your old buddy Luke Clayton and my friend and yours, Jeff Rice.
Hello.
We are at the Buck and Bass Ranch. Now, it's kind of warm.
It's a little bit warm.
But we are going to go out right on the creek back here, and there's tons of hogs been hitting these Jeff's feeders.
That's right.
And we're going to do a bow hunt, folks, and I want you to hang with us because I think the odds are very, very good, don't you, Jeff?
I do. We've been seeing lots of hogs down that way, and we're just going to set up. What we're going to do is we're just going to take a couple little chairs like this. We're going to go sit. We're not going to be in a blind. We're just going to be sitting downwind right on the edge of the creek.
Yep.
And it's the wind is coming out of the south, so it'll be coming in our face. It'll be absolutely perfect. Feeder goes off 1 hour from now.
Yep.
Exactly. We'll be there.
We'll be on it.
Let's talk a little bit about these, folks. Scent Guardian. So this is the product that we're going to be using. Fantastic stuff. I mean, Texas Raised Hunting Products has come out with this product, and you spray this stuff on you, and no worries, you're not going to get smelled. And when we're hunting hogs tonight, they have a great nose, so
let me interject something with you, Jeff.
throw it in there.
This will also remove cat urine, folks, but that's another. But that's another story. It will. I've talked about it a little bit in my column. I had a situation with a house cat that sprayed on some hunting gear, a camera, but this took it away.
Amazing.
No kidding. This Scent Guardian Texas Raised Hunting Products, get you some, folks.
You bet.
If it'll remove cat urine and also gasoline, it'll do it. And then we might bring in
We will bring
the boar or sow.
Inflamed Sow Seduction, made by Texas Raised Hunting Products. Little can where it looks like you just open it up there. There's a peel at the top. Ooh, smell that.
Smell like a hog.
So
to
we
me.
just open up the little vents here
Yep.
on this
Yep.
deal, and we
Right.
are set to go. So we're going to set this down there and see what. This will bring a big old boar in there, so maybe we'll have
and
some
sow,
action.
and
a sow.
and
Like,
sow
bring
too. I
anything
mean,
in.
it's made for the big boar, but
That's right. You got a picture of a sow,
I
did
do.
you not?
Yes,
Coming
I-
into one of these.
with
Yeah.
a nose right on it.
Yep.
And this will be actually my first harvest, if we're fortunate enough, with this gearhead bow.
Yeah.
I've been shooting these, as Jeff knows, about 6 weeks.
Yep.
But I've been shooting it every day. This is one awesome bow. We're going to set up. I've got one pin, 25 yards, my green pin on the top, which is ample to do anything we're going to need to do this evening.
You bet.
So, Jeff, I'm ready to go, buddy, and we'll get all of our friends to watch us and head back down here to the bottom.
Let's do that. Let's
Get on it.
Let's gear up. We're pretty much geared up. We'll just grab our stuff and head
I've
on
got
down.
enough.
Oh, you got the rucksack. You got
I've
it
got
all
enough
packed
in here
up,
for
ready
us to
go.
stay about 3
Couple
months.
Gatorades.
They're here.
When we come back, we will be on the creek hunting.
We will.
All right, we'll be back. Well, buddy,
Fork on the hoof on the ground. I tell you, this little bow, of course, the adrenaline was pumping.
oh sure.
You know that, but it was so quiet, wasn't it?
Yes, it was. Well, they almost came back. They snuck
I
up
know.
back behind us, folks, and they looked like they were going to come back in, but I think they saw the one that Luke shot sitting under or lying under the feeder.
Yeah.
Nice shot, buddy.
Well,
Perfect.
thank you. This, yeah, I mean, 23 yards, something like that.
Mhm.
But we were covered up with hogs. And
Oh.
the truth is, folks, Jeff and I, we both like to be stealthy, and we're actually out. There's not a whole lot of cover between here and where we shot the hog, you know.
Hardly any at all.
It's pretty, but situations like that, not to sound like an old sage here, but you do have to be stealthy and you got to watch the hogs. You know, when the hogs are feeding, the worst thing you can do is when they're coming in until they settle, is to, get ready, just set tight. And if you never notice their tails, when they're really serious, you'll see those
When
tails.
they start getting comfortable, those tails are going. Yeah.
That's right.
And
That's
they're
right.
booting each other out of the way, trying to jockey for position and getting corn.
Yeah.
And as you saw, folks, that was a big sounder of hogs.
It was.
Now, I thought Luke was going to go for that big boar.
I was.
So I wasn't really sure.
No.
That's one thing we did kind of signal on
Yeah, right.
before the show. But you know what? It's okay.
Yeah, no,
He picked out a butterball.
I've shot. You know me, don't you?
I do.
What I'm thinking is 6 days in a good brine on those hams.
Yes, sir.
And then for a future show, I think the front shoulders. Of course, here I am. It's all I think about is when I'm hunting. Is the rest of the story.
Sure,
meat.
sure.
But slow cook those. Make some really good pulled barbecue out of those front shoulders.
Oh, no doubt.
And we know what we're going.
Yeah,
that backstrap
that-
may be in trouble
That's
tonight,
that's
buddy.
some tender
Hey.
meat right there. Yes, sir.
Oh,
Well, folks,
boy.
we did it. We got it done tonight here, sitting at the creek down here at the Buck and Bass Ranch. We've got the Gearhead archery bow that Luke's got here.
Love this bow.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Check them out, folks. GearheadArchery.com.
That was just one heck of a shot,
Yeah.
buddy.
Well, thank you. It's got the shoot through risers
Riser,
here.
yeah,
Look
yeah.
at this. I've never shot a bow. Well, it's the first time I've ever had a. I don't know if there's any other around other than Gearhead, but when you pull it back, I mean that arrow is dead center on your bow.
And it was mighty quiet. Like I said, we said earlier, those hogs started to come back in. If that hog wasn't laying there dead underneath the feeder,
Thus,
they had more.
knocking another arrow.
He knocked another arrow. Yes, absolutely.
Snuck her in. Well, Jeff,
Well, buddy?
I tell you, yeah, man,
Awesome.
I'm fired up. I'm ready for back.
Did you see? It was amazing. One of those hogs came up to the South Seduction. Did you see that?
Oh yeah, he came
Right up to it.
The can of South Seduction right there is
Yep.
on a log from me to you, 15 yards.
Yep.
Probably.
Texas Raised
And
Hunting
that
Products.
come right
That
up.
stuff's awesome.
You
He came right up
betcha.
to that thing.
He
Did you see that? That
he
was
did.
pretty cool.
And I had stopped breathing at that part because the wind was right. Though we set up in a really good place. That's what hunt. There's all kind of ways, Jeff, to
You bet,
hunt
buddy.
hogs. There's
bet.
all kind of ways. A bow is
Yeah.
just. I'm not saying it's the only way, but if you have any adrenaline in your body and you hunt up close like we're doing during daylight hours
Yeah.
and shoot a hog, I mean,
I don't think it gets any better than, folks, a couple of chairs sitting over here 20, 25 yards
Yeah.
from the feeder. Don't think for a minute that this stuff doesn't work. It does. It works very well. It's just limit your movement. Make sure you're covered up, you're using your scent guardians and those type things. And just take your time. And like we were kind of joking a minute ago, the wiggling tails, but that's your first clue.
that's
When those tails are wiggling, their heads on the ground, they're having a good time.
they're eating, and now I don't know. It's of course we haven't recovered the hog. He's laying right there. That's a good eating hog.
Let's walk up and
Let's
get
go
him.
get him.
All
What do you
right,
say?
we'll be right
Tell you,
back,
Jeff,
folks.
There's no reason to be stealthy now. The hog is dead. Let's go look at him.
Let's
What do
do
you
it.
say?
Let's do it, buddy.
South Seduction right here, and the hog came right up to it. You betcha.
Yep, good stuff, buddy.
Oh man, this is what I'm talking about.
Yeah. That's good groceries right
Is
there,
that
folks.
a little fat sow?
I'll sneak around this
Oh
side.
my gosh, yes.
That's perfect, buddy.
Bled out too.
Yes, sir. Got your arrow laying there.
Yeah, yep. Now,
Well done.
for some people, trophy boar is it's got to weigh like 200 pounds. To me, this is a trophy hog.
Yes, sir.
Not
That
a big
is
one,
nice.
but very good eating.
Yep.
Wow.
All right, let's get him back up to camp.
Oh,
Get
yeah,
him,
that'll be just right.
cut him all up. Get your arrow there, buddy, laying right there. We'll be back shortly. We've got some other fun and exciting stuff coming up for you here in a moment, but we'll be back.
We shall return.
Brought to you by Dallas Safari Club, Conservation, Education, and Hunter Advocacy. Hornaday, accurate, deadly, dependable. Taurus Firearms, maker of the Raging Hunter. Trigicon, brilliant aiming solutions.
Coyote down. The infamous Luminok at work. We drilled that dude. He didn't go anywhere. I don't know if I got it on video, but there's more around me, so we're back to hunting.
David, it's almost time for the DSC Foundation Gala coming up very shortly.
Well, it is. It's going to be June 4th at the Frontier Flight Museum in Dallas, Texas. And Larry, we've been working hard on this event, but I'll tell you what, anybody that comes there will never forget the night. We have got one of the greatest live auction packages that we've ever assembled at DSC. And you can be there in the room and bid, or you can do it virtually. But besides the live auction, we got a lot of other stuff.
We've got some fantastic silent auctions that are going to only be available there. Same thing with some of the raffle items that are going to be there. So we really would like your presence. We're running low on tickets right now, but as Dave said, if you can't be there, you can get on our website. It'll tell you all about the foundation, all about the gala, and how they can bid on everything.
And the best thing about it, all the money that we raise through the DSC Foundation Gala, it all goes back into doing what we're supposed to be doing, and that is supporting the mission of DSC.
You're exactly right, and we really look forward to seeing you there.
A Sportsman's Life is also brought to you by Air Force Air Guns, AGM Global Vision, H3 Whitetail Solutions, Pyramid Air, Gear the Hunt, Snaplock Hunting Blinds, Smoke and Tex, Striper Express, TRHP Outdoors, and Ultramatic Feeders. Conservation Today is brought to you by Hayden Outdoors Real Estate, the brand that sells the land. Visit HaydenOutdoors.com to find or sell your farm, ranch, or recreational property.
One of the necessities that's often forgotten when it comes to wildlife or even cattle is the necessity of water. Water is imperative when it comes to anything having to do with life, but as far as water is concerned, there's all kinds of sources. You can have water troughs, windmills, you can have huge, what we used to call pilas, that gravity flow to a water trough somewhere else, but you can have some kind of a natural water source. Wildlife seems to do better there than they do anyplace else. So if you got an opportunity to maybe cause a little bit of a creek to maybe dig a little bit deeper, kind of what we've done right here, on my little place is to make sure that there's water. Now, as far as distribution of that water, we're fortunate where I live, but in a lot of other places, I make sure that there is water source available, readily available to wildlife, particularly if livestock's involved, for every mile. I don't want that animal to travel any farther than a mile. So if they're a mile apart, that means it's a half-mile travel.
Well, folks, it's Luke Clayton, and I'm going to share with you a very, very simple recipe. We have the makings of it, the start of it, some good B&B lump charcoal, a little chunk of pecan wood, B&B kiln-dried pecan wood. So we've got our charcoal heating up here. We're going to put it over in the little smoker, and this is a pepper recipe. Makes a quick lunch, very easy to do. I think you'll enjoy it. So let's get started. I'm going to serve as your cameraman on this one. Well, folks, a quick lunch does not get a whole lot more easy or quick than this. These are some poblano peppers. You could use Anaheim, stuffed with Monterey Jack cheese. That's it. I did sprinkle a little bit of salt, but I de-seeded these. We're going to pin these with toothpicks to hold all the cheese in and grill them. It may look simple, and it is, but I promise you, a couple of these peppers with this cheese oozing out of them makes one heck of a side dish, or a quick lunch, as in the case today. So let's get going. And here we go, folks. These peppers, we're going to actually char them, and then we're going to scrape the charred part off, just like if you were cooking a hatch chili pepper. Got a stick of that, I don't know if you can see it, a little stick of that pecan wood, B&B kiln-dried pecan wood there, and that's what's creating that smoke. But we're going to cook these. We'll give you a look at them as they continue to cook. Actually, they're going to be charred on the outside. We're going to scrape all that off, have one awesome stuffed pepper. Well, friends, after about 12 minutes on my old country barbecue pit, check out this little pit. Very handy for quick barbecues. I think these peppers are just right. You can tell they're charred on the bottom. You can kind of see that, but the top is still a little bit crispy. Let's take these things off while they're just right before all that cheese really starts running. Plate them up and cut them up and see what they taste like. What do you say? Well, folks, here we have it. This little morsel right here is about to be sampled. Very quick, very easy. If you like peppers, I don't think you could go wrong with trying these out. Poblanos or Anaheims would work. Big jalapenos would work, but they'd be a little bit more spicy. So give this a try when you get a chance. I think it'll make you a quick lunch, really, or maybe just a side dish.
We want to thank you for joining us here on this week's episode. Please join us right back here next week for another exciting adventure on A Sportsman's Life.